Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Chill Sisters podcast, where you come and chill with us, keep you company. We discuss all sorts, thought-provoking topics, trending topics. We tell you about our week, whatever it is. We're here for you. This week. Oh my God, Rashida, what did we discuss? We discussed everything: the wildfire in Los Angeles, the unfortunate incident in Nigeria. Yeah, we talk about what kind of aunties we're becoming. We discuss everything. It was a lovely one. I loved it. Enjoy. Bye.
Peace
See ya.
out.
Peace
Peace out. Oh my God, it's a wrap.
This was a lovely one.
Hey, hey, hey. Hello, boys and girls. Hello, everybody. Welcome back
Hello.
to the Chill Sisters podcast. My name is Rashida.
Welcome. I'm your sister Adu. I'll be recording live from the capital city, Abuja, FCD, Abuja.
And I'm recording from
Where is London? Is it London or Sapa? Oh, London.
Osapa, London. This is a bad belly somebody. Why did your brain go to Osapa, London? So you have seen me finish that. I cannot record from the real London.
I don't know if it's pride. You just say London and you expect us to know which London. Me that is saying Abuja, Nigeria. How many Abuja are in the world?
There's Abuja Street.
Nice, Sabi. The only thing between me and you is this cold. Rashida will be indoors. Put like 2-3 jackets.
Okay. Do you know the way that you think?
Minus 20.
You think this jacket I'm putting is just because I want to put jacket? You know the weather condition. You know the weather condition. We're at -2.
Only your mates are doing -17. You are doing -2. Can't they wear this thing? Rashida, if you are moving to Canada, how will you do?
No, Canada. I'm not moving to Canada. Why will I move to Canada? For what reason?
I don't know. Rashida, if they say there's an opportunity,
there will not be
there
will not be an opportunity in Canada. There will be an opportunity in other places, not Canada. What? This is too much.
The weather now, the adverse effect of global warming, we are all
talking about that.
The
LA fire. Oh God. Somebody was saying that there is a movie that portrays the same thing, that this looks like a real life event of that movie. I can't remember the name of the movie now. It's so sad. The businesses.
The last time I read it was more than 20,000 businesses.
Yeah, somebody was calculating the amount of money that has been, in fact, the city has been burnt to the ground. Most places. A sad video I saw was about a guy trying to save his sister's house. He was there. The house on the side has been burnt. The one behind has been burnt. There are just two houses, his sister's house and her neighbor's house, side by side. They're trying to save it. It was just
how would they say? American politics is really funny. It's funny in the sense that this same LA last year, reducing funding for the firefighters. Then they added the money to the police funds. Imagine police. The people are taking to the street that defund the police because they are not doing what they're supposed to. Now look at it. If you notice, people were complaining on social media that some of the tanks is no water. Is this Nigeria? You understand? And it's all because of that. Then the mayor of which of the counties, I don't know, she traveled for holiday.
Hey, this is not the time. This is not the time.
Like when she came back, I think right from the airport, some press people were just hounding on her. Why did you travel? Why didn't anyone need me? She just froze, but she didn't answer any of them. Like, if you finish, can I go? Nonchalant, that kind of thing. But it's really sad, Rashida.
It is sad.
And they can't tell the number of deaths now until everything has settled.
The last I saw,
last report
I saw was 10 people. So I don't know about currently. And this podcast is going to come out in a week. So by that time, there's more information.
It's really sad. On the other side of it, LA, like all these big celebrities,
They're
right?
all
Even if they don't live in
there.
Los Angeles,
They
they
have
have properties there.
properties. The Kardashians have evacuated their homes too, and I'm sure they have a
Wow.
very big property down in LA.
Of course.
What even bothers me about this is the fact that these places burning are close to the waterfront.
Yes, now there's Pasadena, there's
Mm.
like three
Ma-
places
I
in
saw
Los Angeles
Malibu
that
too.
are heated water. Since Gaza, Rashida, right?
Mm,
Since the war, what
mm,
war? The genocide in Gaza, Rashida. If I see any kind of sad news, I
mm,
scroll the wuri. So once I know what's happening, I try to avoid it. It
mm.
affects me mentally, psychological. I
Of
notice.
course,
Kingani,
of
and
course.
there's absolutely nothing I can do. Talking about Gaza, there's this actor, Rashida, and what's his name? You know him. During the genocide, he was one of those people, Zionists,
Mm.
100% in support of Israel.
Oh my
He was one
God.
of these celebrities that was tweeting,
Oh.
kill them all. No
Mm.
ceasefire, no whatever. Come and
No.
see him crying on CNN. His property, he just finished it, and there's no insurance. Burnt to the ground.
Oh God. Is he
You are
live?
saying burn them all, kill them all, no ceasefire. Just look at it. This is what the Palestinians have been going
I've been going
through for
through
more than 1 year, and you sit in your
one
in your
year.
in the comfort of your home.
I'm
Kill
just
them
seeing
all.
a video
Really,
of the Los Angeles fire and the mountains. God, the city is smoke, is burning, is red.
it's red.
It's red. That's
Like
the word for
they
it.
said in the history of LA, even in the US, there hasn't been a wildfire like this. Global warming. The
Global
upsetting
warming.
thing for me when this conversation comes on climate change, global warming, there are some conspiracy theories that will like, no, it's a lie. If you notice, the earth is getting warmer. When it's cold,
Mm,
sometimes it's extremely cold.
mm,
Everything is in the extremes. The scientists have said it. You either believe it or not, it will
mm,
catch up with us. If you notice all these Antarctica, all these cool places where the penguins are living, when
mm,
you see them in the news now, it's melting. They are
mm.
moving. They live in ice, but it's melting. Climate change. Now, look at your Elon Musk building rockets,
Yeah. And you
right?
think
All
it's
these
because
billionaires flying to the moon and all that.
yeah.
Yes, it's all these things that they are doing. Industrialization is much. The hypocrisy I want to point out here is the Western world, they're the ones that contribute more than 90% to this problem. But they want us in Africa, where we even see the industrialization, where we want to contribute to the climate change.
Sometimes we,
They're
we
asking us to cut things.
we look at this and we say, oh yes, African countries are not advanced, African countries are not doing this big,
Eh,
but sometimes it looks like it's a blessing for us because
it's a
we
blessing,
have
but
not
Rashida,
moved.
the climate change will affect us, whether we like it or not.
It will affect us, but what I'm trying to say is that things have been moved
Mm.
from what they are supposed to be. Where mountains are supposed to be, they have destroyed the mountains and they have built houses.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, in Lagos, where there's supposed to be water, they push the water back, they've built estates. Nobody's saying development is not good, but there are some areas where the development should be.
That's true. The whole discussion on climate change needs to be had, and I
Yeah.
think there should be, like, what do they call it? Much more awareness on it. But,
Mm.
we are living in a divided world.
Yeah.
It's like cultism. People believe what they want to believe. You remember during COVID now, or during Ebola, when they were telling people to
Mm.
drink salt, bath
Yeah.
with salt.
Oh
How
God.
they got that, I don't know, Rachel. So, this kind of thing, and with social media, that's one of the downside of social media. It spreads. Oh my God! I just hope we have people at the helm of affairs that know what they're doing. The right people. We need the right leadership, the right brains for this. But it's really sad, and I sympathize with the people
I
of
do sympathize
Elisha.
with them. Los Angeles is where Hollywood is.
Yeah,
And that is the richest state in the United States. That's
Rashida,
where,
didn't you hear what I said? I
yeah.
said these celebrities, even if they live, let's say in New York or whatever, they will have a property in Los Angeles.
That's
Oh,
where the big dogs are.
really
That's
sad.
where the rich. But what I wanted to point out here is you see how God will bring something flat in a blink of an eye.
Yes.
So with all your wealth, with now your money cannot help you. You have to pack up and just run for your life. There's no
And
amount of money
thank
that
God.
can help you
Which money?
in this
I saw
situation.
one idiot. He had to delete his ex account. Rashida, do you know what he was asking? Guy, somebody said, I hate rich people. He tweeted, does anyone have access to private fighters to protect our home in Pacific Palisades? One of the places the wildfire really affected. Need to act fast here. All neighbors' houses burning. Will pay any amount. Thank you. Rashida, this guy is asking if there's a private firefighter because
call for
he's
his
used to
own
buying everything in his life. So see how these rich people think. He
And
wants a private firefighter.
You know, they didn't think fast because in their wildest dream, nobody had thought that this will happen in Los Angeles. Like nobody had thought, because if they had thought about it, somebody would have had a private firefighter on standby that when something like this happens, his house is protected. Somebody would have been working for years to have that protection.
He had to delete his Twitter account because they came after him. They came after him. Oh my God, they came after him.
My prayers are with them. The visuals are terrible. They're actually
it's terrible.
Yeah,
terrible. It's terrible. You know, you have your Beverly Hills, your Malibu, San Francisco.
No, the big dogs,
in
the
California, Long
all
Beach,
the players
Pasadena.
that you can
No.
are there.
Palm Spring.
Palm Spring.
Come and see them playing golf and all that, you know.
Before and after images
my
too
sympathies with them.
are wild. Yeah.
Rashida, any crisis, wherever it's happening, is a sad thing. These are advanced world. They will take measures against the next one. If now my dear country here now until the next one.
Some people have insurance, which is going to the insurance company have their work cut out for them now.
I think they were estimating the last time I was listening to the news, they are estimating at that day, they are going to cover losses worth more than $80 billion.
Wow.
As at that time.
Yep.
Yeah. And then President Joe Biden, he had to cancel his trip to Rome. Yeah, he was on ground. I saw him with the California governor. I think it's Gavin Newsom. Yeah, he said the federal government is going to cover the 100% of life support, the immediate emergency support, evacuation, and everything. I think in the constitution or in the law, the president can give up to, is it 60% or 70, and he went all the way to 100. But whatever Joe Biden is talking about, like, but you are the people giving Israel money, billions and billions and weapons to go and level Palestine, to level Gaza, right? And look at what is happening. This is the way you are feeling. So what do you think those people are feeling? I don't like, I've been avoiding this like intentionally.
We went deep without even asking how our week went.
Anyway, well, we had to mention that. I don't want to mention another one that happened this week in Nigeria. We've already talked about genocide, the wildfire. I think we've had enough for this week. But again, our condolences goes to the family of the fallen soldiers in Dambuwa, Maiduguri. The Boko Haram attacked a unit there around 4 p.m. You can imagine, and they attacked them. I think over 6 or 7 soldiers were killed, and it's really sad. I have family in Dambuwa. It's sad. Rashida, let's move on, please. Let's move on from that sad note.
My week this week, Eusis, I've been holding myself not to tell you this story throughout the week. I wanted to tell you on the podcast. It was punching my chest. Not to tell you this. At around 2:35 p.m. to be precise, I was in the house and I got a phone call. The phone call said, there is a chopper downstairs and there are a lot of police cars. Come. I said, say no more. As the journalist that I am, it was like 0 degrees. Put on my jacket, put on my slippers, and I ran downstairs. You sis. When I got downstairs, what will I see? I saw the chopper. It was an air ambulance, and there was a police,
Really?
there were police cars on the street. I saw people gathering. Everybody was coming out one by one from their houses to see what was happening. Why I remember that time vividly was the fact that it was time for school pickup. And if you have a child in school, you're leaving the house to go pick your child at that time. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? There was a bus parked on the street. That's our popular bus stop where we usually
Okay.
take the bus. If I was the one doing school runs, I would have been waiting for that particular bus to go pick the kids. What happened? There was a body on the floor.
Eh?
There were paramedics on the body. There was blood. They were trying to give blood. It was a scene.
Don't tell me it was a shootout, oh, I beg.
It was a proper scene. I was standing, the boss was there. They had to like take some clothes and block it so people could not see. So if you're living upstairs, if your building is upstairs there, you could see what was happening. So I had to come out to see what was happening. And then
Wow.
they were trying to save this life. And to cut the long story short, the person did not survive.
Oh.
They did everything they could because the air ambulance was, if the person had survived and was stable, they would lift the person to the hospital. But the person did not survive, and that was it. And I saw them carry this body, and at this point we didn't know what was we didn't know. No,
Wow.
we knew what was happening, like, but we didn't know who the person was. And
Yeah.
I saw they carried this person and they put the person in the ambulance and off they went. And
Wow.
when they lifted his body, I turned to the lady I was standing with. So we were standing together talking and wondering what was happening. And I looked at her and I said, this body looks small.
It's a child.
And she agreed with me, and yeah, they put the body, and we came back home. After that, everything was still, the road was blocked. Like, no cars were allowed to come in. Nobody was coming in. Nobody was going out. It's a busy street, but it was like blocked. There was a detour. The cars had to like find another way to go to wherever. In fact, people were coming down and walking. It's a popular way because the ferry is just by the corner.
Oh.
It's like a busy road. If you're going on the ferry, you have to go through that road. They had to put it on the news that there's a detour. You can't go on that road. And I came back home trying to do a follow-up. What's happening? We found out that there was a stabbing on that bus.
UK and their stabbing.
You sis,
With all the measures
oh my
in
God.
place.
There was a stabbing on that bus, and what will give you goosebumps is the fact that the person was just 14 years old. It was a 14 years old child that got stabbed on the bus. One day later, we found out that it was a gang and somebody had been stabbed the previous day, and maybe it was a retaliation, and this person was the one involved.
Children.
Kids, babies. A 14-year-old child is a
14,
baby.
my sister?
I don't know. A 14-year-old child is a baby, and this just gave me chills. Like this child left the house, said goodbye to the mother.
Yeah.
And the mother is going to receive a phone call tonight saying that her child is no more. It was devastating. I couldn't believe what I was. So our street was blocked for like 2 days. Now they've left. They did their investigation.
Yeah.
Yes. It's on the news. I'll send you the link. No arrest has been made yet. And it's just sad. It just broke my heart. And I'm thinking, like, what's happening? I don't even know what's...
It's really sad, Rashida. And this gang thing, I always like to weave the stories from abroad, then our own perspective here and our own reality here in Nigeria. So the same thing is happening down here. We are seeing more and more of young children trying to behave like adults. And we're talking about the upside of social media, but this is the downside of it too, right? If not, you wonder, why would the 15-year-old kill a friend, right? Take her private parts because he wants to do ritual, he wants to be a millionaire. Excuse my French, what the hell are you looking for to be a millionaire at 15? Are you not supposed to be focused on your books? You should be looking at writing WAEC, NECO, or whatever. Right? You will see children now in primary school joining cultism. What do you know about cultism in primary school? It was weird when cultism was just in secondary schools and it was senior secondary school. You now find children in junior secondary school, even the principals are afraid of them. Why? They're in cult groups and whatnot. Children are entrusted by God to you, and you're going to account for them. Ingani, like you cannot just say you it's not just about giving birth. That's the sad thing is that's what most of us from Ariwa don't get it, right? You will see a family has 40 children. Let's be realistic, Rashida. How can you be present in 40 children's life? Let's be realistic, please. Rashida has been battling with 2 children. Every day we are settling quarrel.
Yeah, my panel of judges.
You understand?
Oh God.
Right. So these are some of the things that have been happening, and it's getting worse as the years go on. And we're talking about generation beta now that they've given birth to. We don't know which wahala those ones will bring in. So the whole thing, Rashida, gangs, I don't know how they come up with these ideas, because when we're young, how can you even think like, right? There were robbery, cultism, but then they were
We only knew that
people,
in
you
the
understand?
university. Even in the university, it's not young boys that do that. It's the older ones that have spill, splash, and they don't even know what to do with them in school. Those were the people that were in the cult.
And UK, don't forget, there are laws in place before you buy knives and all that. But still, look at US now, school shooting. A small boy just enter, he will kill everybody. Like, oh my God. Well, parenting is getting difficult to Rashida.
It is.
If you want to be, anyway, no, intentional parenting is getting difficult. Let's get it clear. Because there are some people who go, pound, go. You don't care. Right? It's sad.
In times like this is a hard time. This is a mother that has just lost her child, but from the story it looked like she was a single mother, and people were very insensitive in the comment section, saying that's why you need a father in the child's life. If he had a father, this wouldn't have happened. Everybody was just bringing their own opinion. I'm like, it's not
person where they drive with mouth.
I'm like, it's not by that one. I'm careful what you say. If you don't have anything to say, I've learned that, and even my religion teaches that if you don't have anything good to say, please keep quiet. Move on. Go to the next post. You don't have to comment. You don't have to say anything. Just move on to the next one. But if you have something positive to say, you have something good to say, then you're free to say. But if in times when people are vulnerable, in times where people are in their most needing moments where they need somebody to lean on, please don't just be insensitive with hiding behind, somebody has to say the truth.
But Rashida,
there's time for that.
Rashida, what did you read in school? You like diplomacy. That's my problem with you. Even when you don't need to be diplomatic, that's why I kept quiet. I wanted you to land. You understand? Even when the diplomacy is not needed, you have to trick it. It's when I say now, say yes. If you concur with me and you go fight. This happens when a woman is involved. Let's be same scenario, switch the gender, and you see men there. Oh, when we are celebrating Mother's Day, we'll be like, when did we celebrate the last one? It's like mothers have 3 days in a year. Fine and good. Are we not supposed to celebrate our mothers every single day?
No, we know what we are doing here, but just in case we don't know what we are doing.
Which will bring me back to my point.
This is don't poke my eyes. Don't poke my eyes the way you are pointing inside my eyes.
No, Mrs. Diplomacy, let's just trash this and go.
Don't put your hand inside my eyes. You can say what you want to say, but Rashida, don't put your hand.
Post your mama and go. Even the post self, you will not be using pictures that your mother is suffering. She's in kitchen with 4 hands, only her. You and your sibling and your papa, they follow, they watch. And you say, oh mother. Father's Day has come, celebrate. You will now start seeing posts. Where are the women? They will not come and celebrate Father's Day.
You, why are you not celebrating? If the day you celebrate your Mother's Day, celebrate your Father's. And let us move on.
Rashida, you see a post. A girl has been raped. Evidence, everything. Men will be under that post. No, there are two sides of the story.
What was she wearing?
What was she wearing? Let's hear what he will say. Do you understand? They always have this opinion when a woman is involved, right? That's just it. Accept it and move on, Rashida. Know how to navigate it. It's as simple as that. If not, okay, even if she was a single mother, she's separated from the man, right? Is the man not still the parent of the child?
Thank you. You know, they used to say that the mother makes it difficult for the man to be in the child's life. Let's not deny the fact that we have seen people come out to say,
Rashida, when we have seen
does he have access?
Different fight on social media. Your child's below. And are you forgetting a man will rather his child suffer just to spite the woman, to think that he's punishing her, just to spite her? It's always like that. Parent support for your child, though. Come and take your child for holiday. No. Come and take them to their games. No. After 10, 15 years now, they will now be saying, the woman is not letting him have access. If you want to be present in your child's life, you will be. There's this popular voice that they use on social media, my Sheila. It was Tyrese. You know Tyrese, the actor, the singer now?
Yeah.
He was crying because of his daughter. She's now grown up because he wasn't having access to her. So if you want to be present in your child's life, nobody will
stop you. Yeah.
But once they see a woman, a man in Nigeria will be fighting for another man in the US for solidarity.
As a mother, what you want for your child is stability. The problem is that the men want to be in the child's life when it's convenient for them. That is where
and be the good guy.
Yes,
the fun guy.
And that's where the mothers usually come in. You want to be in a child's life, you will not say, okay, what is the arrangement? I'll be the one to take her to school, you'll be the one to pick her up, or something that will work. Yeah, so that you will be in that child's life. But they want to be maybe every weekend, and you as a parent, you're planning things with this child because you're seeing this child every day. So there are things the child has talked to you about, and you want to try and do it for that child. At the end of the day, it's the child that is always suffering in this situation. Look at this now. This child is
some people, cannot move on. All in the bid of trying to make the woman suffer. You're suffering your child. And children are not stupid.
Is it not recently? Did I send it to you that somebody said that they rather be beating her?
Oh, they'll tell you it's for my children.
Yes, is it not somebody?
I saw it.
Repeat that. Please repeat it so that it's not be
as... Oh, no. That was actually really sad. I think I have to read it verbatim.
The way it is, so that we will not be mixing words.
I cannot mix words. Wait, where is it? You see now that we're looking for it now. So this lady, nobody forced her hand, Rashida. She said, I'd rather keep getting beaten by a nigger that pays my bills than stay with one that doesn't beat me but doesn't pay my bills. It's my choice and I've made it. So
somebody said, from your mouth to God's ears.
Right? No, she said it's her choice that she has made it.
Now, like, what advice do you want to give
Rashida, remember
such
what
person?
I told you? I said, I pity this lady's children. That's all I said. It's not even about her for me now. It's the children that she'll bring to this world raised with this mentality, especially the girl child. So you think you cannot pay your own bills? It must be somebody that will pay your bills? God forbid. Hi? No.
The reality is that there are millions of... There's no kidding in this one. She said her mind. She was bold enough to say her mind. The reality is that there are millions of women who think like this. The only difference is that this one wrote it down and they're attacking her on behalf of her WhatsApp group members. That's the only difference. But there are millions of women that are like this. Truth be told, it's her choice. Like, what can you do? Will you go and pull her out of the relationship? What will you do about it? There's nothing you can do about it. This is what she has chosen for herself, and this is what she wants.
God forbid.
May Allah
God
not
forbid.
allow such type of mentality follow any of us.
Right, Rashida, which brings me to what I want your opinion, or let's discuss this. And it's about in the Muslim world or Nigeria. Let's use Nigeria anyway, but we have to narrow it down to Arewa Muslim because we are both from the north and we are Muslims. This is the perfect way to start it because we're talking about women. How our aunties, our sisters, cousins pressure us with marriage wahala, right? A lot of ladies, a lot of girls are going through this. How, you are wary of when it's time for any gathering, weddings, naming ceremony, or even Salah. Because why? There's this particular auntie that is always talking about, Rashida, they come, or she's like, you coming in when there's it. Do you understand? When I bring in someone, when is that person coming? You need to go. Like they're chasing you out of the house.
They talk as if it's two of you that will stay in the marriage.
So, Rashida, did you have that pressure before you got married, or your own is just pa?
To be fair, I did not. But you know how God plans everything for you. For me, I didn't even have like any plans of it. Was not even me. I just wanted to live my life. I was just going as God leads me. I follow. I know people that like are in that situation, like where your peer group gets married and like they're telling
this is your friend, but you are even older than her.
Yeah, even older.
She has 2 children now. If you notice, this halal police or whatever you want to call them, we cannot take away the role culture and religion plays in it. Then number 2, we've always said it, is always those ones that are miserable in their marriage that want you to get married.
Of course.
Misery loves company. At least maybe you have something that you share. It gets to a point, Rashida, I don't know if you notice that one too, where they'll be like, how will you see your husband when you are dressing like this? Is this how a lady that wants to see your husband will be dressing?
God, please.
Do you understand? Like, if you don't have a thick skin, it's all over for you. It's all over.
Yeah, you have to have a thick skin.
And most of the time, yes, when you see a lady, she's trying to get away from her home. Like, if it's work, she hopes she's trying to work outside the state. Do you understand? Just be engaged because of this pressure.
Yeah.
And for me, Rashida, the worst part of it is because of that pressure, she will now, if she's unlucky not to have that thick skin, right? They pushed her far enough. You're like, what is this? Is it not the marriage? Let me just do it. Let me just do it.
You see, somebody was gisting me about a date that she went for recently. See, I laughed. First date, like, okay, we are getting to know each other. Okay, let's see each other face to face. And the first time you're coming to see somebody, you're talking about sex and how you and your ex like morning sex and the other one like evening sex.
What?
First day.
Wait.
I said, what is happening in the dating world? Out of everything to talk about.
You like rushing me. Stop rushing me. You stop rushing me. Take it one step at a time. What did you say?
Yes, you just want me to repeat myself. First date.
No.
Like, out of everything to talk about, career, your hobbies, but you decided to talk about sex on your first meeting. Make it make sense. What are they talking about?
Rashida, as you were repeating it, and I realized it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a good thing in the sense that the moment you leave that restaurant,
that's the end of that conversation.
Yes, so that we don't even waste our time. Maybe it's a prayer that was even answered.
I'm telling you.
Do you understand? When you look at it that way, so that we'll not waste each other. Some people will pretend for the longest time before you see their true color.
Yeah.
So it's even better, Seth. It's good. It's good that the person show her this is it. Are you down? I'm not. And you will just go. And talking about this, our aunties, uncles, whatever that pressures, it sometimes is the culture. I talk about culture all the time, and the worst part of it is some people mistake culture for religion, especially those that are not of the same faith with you. I'm sure there are a lot of Southerners in Nigeria that see some cultural habits or cultural traits that they think because it's coming from the north, they think is an Islamic thing. There are some tribes in Nigeria from the north particularly that you need to get going, You just go and marry. For example, in Kano now, you see 15-year-old girl, 16, that she's divorced. 18, maybe she's married twice. You were rushed to get married. And there are some that are lucky, but most of them are not. Right? And the other time we discussed all this lefe, where the lady brings everything, the food for the year, she furnishes the house. So the man can, after every year, he can be getting married. They are going to bring food for him for the year. They are going to furnish the house. So when you look at it, he can be lazy, right? He can just go on and on and on and on and get married. So culture plays a big role in this, and I just hope we get to a point where this is addressed. But what I've noticed again is Gen Zs, they know the year. They don't send you. If the thing is not working, they'll move out.
Yeah.
So, as a photographer, you see couples when they come for their pre-wedding shoots, sometimes you see the red flags. But then it's their pre-wedding shoots. You're just meeting them. Sometimes during the wedding, pressure of the wedding, dinner and whatnot. Let me give you a story. A friend of mine, also a photographer, he photographed a wedding. It took the whole week for the wedding celebration. The whole week. So they're from a
wealthy family,
good background, wealthy.
Definitely.
Rashida, they went for the honeymoon and everybody came back on their own. And I'm not even kidding
now. Stop. No, you can't be serious.
I'm not joking.
You can't. No, you have to be joking.
Everybody came on their own. He called how far the wedding album, the photos are ready. She said, it's like, you keep it. I think I will need it. I said it took the whole week. So
oh my God.
So, and he told me that he saw the red flags.
Oh yeah.
During the shoot. Yeah. Right. It's not about the things before the wedding. Are you ready to go in? It's not that dancing during the wedding. It's not all that holding the poses during the pre-wedding shoot.
Brings me to my prayer of this week. This has
Rashida did you hold Rashida prayer reach the last minute of the episode?
No. My prayer of this week is that no matter who you're dating, no matter who you want to get married to, if that thing is not going to last, if after the wedding it's not going to last, may it scatter before the wedding. Amen.
I love the word that is scatter. You are being make it scatter. When it's something scatter.
There is no fixing. Let it scatter.
Anything before, during, and after, it doesn't matter. Anything that will be detrimental to your life, relationship-wise, please. If it will be detrimental to your life, let it scatter.
It's not worth it. Anything that will give you sleepless nights, it's not worth it. Not worth it.
I'm even saying detrimental to your life, Rashida. It will get to a point where it's about life and death, right? And you're the only one in it. You are the only one that can tell.
They don't understand. Right? Nobody will understand. And you know what?
Nobody will ever understand.
Let me say this important point. The important point is that you know how when a lady comes home and says she's not doing this marriage anymore, she can't stay with this man, and you see the parents saying, oh, you have to go back and stay with him. I have stayed with your father for these years. We are together. We are still together
for 50 years.
What would people say? And stuff. It's always about them and what people will say.
People will say.
I want to say a message to such parents. Because you had the mind, the capacity to stay that long in your marriage does not give you the right to tell your child to stay that long in a marriage that she feels is not worth it. For example,
what if she feels is not worth it? The parents see and admit that, well, this is not a condition my child should stay in.
They do. They actually accept.
So it's not even just the daughter. They see and they know, they acknowledge it.
That this is a ground for divorce. Yes.
Do you understand?
But what will people say?
But
how will I start explaining to people? How will I explain to my brothers? You want to what is that Hausa word? You want tona my asiri.
Zaki tona mana asiri. Zaki ka mana kunya. Wannan kayan kunyan baya faruwa in our family. A team of shame. You want to bring a thing of shame to this family. It's so bad. Some parents would rather you die, and they say you died in a marriage. Rashida, we need to be praying for those people that have that kind of parents. So, no. It's a good
I know one. Some parents they have sent you and they don't want you to come back.
God forbid.
Yeah, they have sent
this one
you
is really they have sent you.
Yeah, they sent you off, and you are no more. You are no longer welcome back.
Rashida, well. Let me ask you a quick one.
Women
after
have
all this
suffered, though.
ranting.
Girls have suffered.
Ah, no,
Girls have
Rashida.
suffered.
Ah,
Because
no.
we are not
After
talking about
all this
we are not talking about
observation.
a boy child now. We are all talking about a girl
No,
child.
no, no,
Yeah.
no, no. Yes, we're talking about aunties and their complexities and their prognosing, right? When it comes to marriage to ladies.
Mm.
But Rashida, think about it, though. Let's be fair. Let's be
Mm.
balanced here. Do you
Mm.
think we are becoming those aunties? Or if you're not, what kind of auntie have you become or are you becoming?
I mean, I'm becoming a cool auntie, an auntie that anybody can come and talk to me. Any topic you bring, I have, even if I don't know anything, I have something
You
to
know,
say.
when you ask Rashida to rate herself, anyway, by now, our listeners are used to
I'm a WhatsApp
me.
auntie, a soji auntie. I know WhatsApp.
Well, I would love for our listeners like to tell us the kind of aunties they're
Yeah.
becoming.
What type of
You
auntie
know,
are you
you can drop
becoming?
on our comment section, well, be it Instagram or TikTok. Well, for me, Rashida, is the same thing that the same character I carry rich auntie would do. If you don't want your child to hear the blunt truth, no come near me.
Mm.
Because I'll tell her how it is, right? I'm the auntie that will listen
Mm.
from the beginning to the end, no
Yeah.
judgment, but you hear the facts.
Yep.
How you now translate it. The good thing with advice is everybody will give it to you, right? Then you take the one that fits. You are the one wearing the shoe, right? You take the one that fits. That's why a lot of times when I think we've discussed it before, for example, you're the one in the marriage, then an outsider will come and give you advice. Instead of you to pick the one that will suit
Mm.
your reality, you're
Mm.
taking the advice verbatim. Meanwhile, this person that's giving the advice, they're giving you based on their own reality and their own
Yep.
expectation and whatnot. The same goes to this situation, this particular scenario. That's the auntie I've become. For me, you see, I didn't even mention it. Growing up, my family, just like yours, Rashida,
Mm.
no pressure. The only pressure we had, you must complete your studies before you get married. My dad will not even see you. You're not done with the university and you're talking about marriage. Or you is your case. You will not even bring it
You
up,
will not
right?
even start.
And look at it. Because my people pride themselves with education. That's how they boast. With the level of education, number of graduates you have, and all that. So there was not that pressure. Thank God. Those people that have parents that quote unquote, like Rashida say, they didn't choose their parent, right? We
No.
didn't choose our parent. We're just lucky. We're just lucky. So, Alhamdulillah, that was a kind of parent I had. When you bring somebody, of course, the questions are asked and everything, all the support you need, you get. The rest you
Yeah.
navigate. There's
Mm-hmm.
that support has always been there. So,
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. And for our ladies that are going through it, I pray Allah make it easy for you. Like we always say, for any relationship from the beginning, during, and after is prayer, 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 prayer. When you put God first, you put you and remove you out of that situation. He knows your heart, right? And so who else better to remove you out of that situation? But it's really sad, Sha.
And on that note, guys, we have come to the end of this beautiful episode. I hope you enjoy it as much as we did recording it. We really said a lot.
Yeah.
It started on I don't even know how it started. It started on a deep, very deep. Yeah. Please don't forget to like, share,
Yeah.
comment, and subscribe.
Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles. It is at the Chill Sister Podcast, both on Instagram and TikTok. Comment on what kind of an auntie you think you're becoming. You know, we really want to hear from you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. That's why you always come back. Do have a lovely weekend ahead. Take care. Peace out.